Hello, beautiful friends and book lovers. I hope that you are all doing well. If you are new to my channel, my name is Heather, and here at Heather's Book Review, I typically review thrillers, mysteries, dramatic suspense. But sometimes I will dive into a young adult series like I'm going to be reviewing today, or I'll read the super hyped up fiction novel. So today I am going to be reviewing this, what I'm going to call novella. It may even be categorized as that, but this takes place after the third book in the A Court of Thorns and Roses series. And then my next review is going to be on a thriller, which is The Wife Upstairs by Rachel Hawkins. This was my December book of the month choice, and it's been a super hyped up thriller in the book community. I've been chatting a lot about it on my Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, it's simply at Heather's Book Review. So I have reviewed every book in this series. I do have a playlist for this series on the homepage here if you are someone that has read the series and would like to see my thoughts on the previous 3 books in the series. But for today, let's just get chatting about A Court of Frost and Starlight. First and foremost, I absolutely love this cover. I actually like the older covers. Here, I have the third book right here. I like these covers. I prefer them to like the newer ones. Is anyone else in the same boat as I am with this? Because I'm kind of pissed that with the 4th book, it's going to be like the other series covers. I hate when they change series covers. Shatter Me did the same thing. And I was like, I have to have one set. Now I'm like, you know what, Heather, you got to be saving money. You're not just going to buy it because you want the whole set to match. But I don't know. Give me your thoughts. Which do you prefer, the old or the new? Okay, first and foremost, do you need to read this book in order to still be connected with the series and know what's going on? I'm going to go ahead and say no. I have not read anybody else's reviews on this, nor have I watch anybody else's booktube reviews, but honestly, I didn't think this was that great. One, it's super short. Again, I know it's just kind of like an insert book, a time filler, if you will, but you definitely don't have to read this before reading book 4. Absolutely not. I'm just going to be completely honest with you guys here and say that typically I feel like when authors are in between novels, they will release a novella or a shorter excerpt, with the characters in the book, simply to just try to make more money and also keep their engagement if the book is taking a little bit longer to publish. I feel like that's exactly what this was. I feel like it was kind of a little bit of a time filler. It's not action-packed, and frankly, it's kind of boring. What did I like about this book? I really enjoyed the multiple character point of views. I think we only had 1 chapter of Morgan. I wish we had more of her. I know book 4 is primarily going to be Nesta's point of view, if not all of it's going to be Nesta's, which I'm excited for. I didn't really feel like I had I feel like as I was reading the different character point of views, it didn't feel like it was other characters. Does that make sense? I felt like it needed to be longer for me to see the characters' personalities come through. Because when I was reading Morgan's chapter, it just felt like Feyre talking. You know what I mean? Or actually, no, I think she had a couple chapters at the end too when we find out about her estate that she has told no one about. But yeah, I don't know. I enjoyed the premise of reading someone other than Feyre, but it needed to be longer in order for me to really understand and connect with that character's point of view, and that it just didn't all sound like one character blended together. Does that make sense? What didn't I like about this book? Like I said, it was not action-packed. It was just kind of like a filler of time, I feel. You know what I mean? We found out a little bit more about each character, with Feyre going into the painting business and stuff like that. And, Cassian and Nesta having their little bicker with the winter solstice, but nothing really happened. And it just felt like filler. I feel like this book is a filler of the series whilst we wait for the 4th. But the book itself just didn't contain a whole lot of action. I didn't really like it. We see Cassian putting up with all of Nesta's bull crap, and Nesta just pushing him away. I'm curious why she pushes everybody away. I cannot wait to find that out in book 4. We better find that out in book 4 because that is like the plot that I'm most invested in at this point. With more showing us her estate and that like, sorry, Finn's chewing on his bone, and that dark presence being like around there. I'm so intrigued. Like, what was that dark presence? Is that going to be what starts off book 4 for us? Like some action going on there. She's alone and nobody knows about the estate, which is dangerous. And I feel like after all of the things that have just happened in the series, especially book 3, like she should not be traveling A, alone, or B, to a place that literally no one knows exists. Rhys and Feyre are so overwhelmed with work and all of their connections with the courts, but they're still so happy. And I really, really appreciated that about the book. I felt like, you know, they're yearning for that time together, and I feel like she never felt that with Tamlin, and it just goes to show the depth of her love and her relationship with Rhys. Something else I'm really looking forward to is finding out if Elaine and Az are going to connect in the 4th book, because I feel like we did find out that just because someone's your match or that you're mated doesn't mean that like you have to choose them. And I'm wondering if she seems to have zero interest in Lucian, and to be quite honest, I feel like they're not a good fit. But I feel like whenever she's with Az, she's just happy and like she opens up to him more than she opens up to anybody else, which is rare. And I feel like they should be together. All in all, I was going into this hoping that it was action-packed, but I unwrapped it. I saw the size of the book and like my heart deflated. So I was like, there's not a whole lot that can go on in a book that's under 200 pages. Let's be honest. I'm gonna go ahead and give this book just a 3-star. I felt like it was a lot of fluff, not a lot of importance, not a lot of significance. And like I already have said, it was just kind of a boring read. There wasn't a whole lot going on. And I'm really looking forward to book 4. I hope book 4 kind of resembles book 3 in terms of action and character development and a whole lot more world building, because that is especially what I love. I will say that I'm a little disappointed that I spent money on a book that, one, I didn't really need to read in order to stay invested with the series. I didn't learn any new, pivotal information that I would be required to know going into book 4. But I will say, I'm happy that I have read everything that the series has so far. I've gotten my sister-in-law into reading the series too, and she's loving it. So I just love chatting with you guys about the books, whether it's family or my family here on YouTube, my friends on Bookstagram. But yeah, so that's basically all my thoughts on this little filler novella 3. I think it's on Goodreads. It's like book 3.1 or something. I don't know. But those are all my thoughts. So like I said, my next review is going to be on The Wife Upstairs by Rachel Hawkins. Super excited to chat about this one. So as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, you guys.